Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Brian Fischler and Nash.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out for Stand Up for Pitts. Yeah. This is Nash. He's the good-looking one on the comedy team. He just turned 49. And he looks this good without any plastic surgery. Needless to say, last week when the two of us were in Los Angeles, he fit in pretty good because he's good-looking and he knows it. Me, not so much. Now, I don't understand how us New Yorkers get a bad rap. People call us assholes. Yeah, some people like that. And to people who say that, I ask them, have you ever been to Los Angeles? Yeah. The asshole population out there is amazing. Nash and I were walking down Sunset Boulevard, and we get to the intersection, and we're waiting for the light to change, and we keep waiting. And finally, it dawns on me, after using those powers of deduction I learned in logic in college, there was no light at this intersection. And Mom thought I only learned my Social Security number in college. So we walk on further down the street to the next intersection, because when you're blind, your jaywalking days are behind you. So we get to the intersection, and I actually hear a guy walking by. I say, hey, man, is there a traffic light here? You know what he said? I don't know. I said, can you look up? And he said, no. And I'm the asshole from New York. They got this thing out there called Uber. You ever hear of it? Some of you have. It's a car service. It's cheaper than taxi cab rides, supposedly. So I figured I'd give it a try to get to a show. So the Uber driver shows up. You know what the first thing out of his mouth was? Most drivers would make you put the dog in the trunk. I said, look, pal, I'm from New York. You got a better chance of me putting two in the back of your head than you in the fucking trunk. Yeah. Then the dog going in trunk. Now, I'm no tough guy. And Nash, he's more a licker than a biter. But, you know, you're in LA and you kind of have to play the part. They want us to be assholes. They got the freaking asshole. Went to one of those fancy Beverly Hills restaurants you always see in the tabloids. And I finally figured out why they're so anorexic out there. The food is too freaking expensive. So Nash and I walked into the restaurant, and the maitre d' comes running up to us, and the first words out of his mouth were, you can't come in. I said, no, I think it's okay. They allow white people in there. And while the maitre d' was thinking what to say, I could have sworn I heard Nash talk to me for the first time. And he said, so, should I, like, tie you to a tree outside and meet you when I'm done? You know, being a writer for The Dog Whisperer, I get to meet some interesting people. Got to hang out with Tom Cruise in L.A. Yeah, some people still like him. Tom was pretty cool up until the part where he started busting my balls for me talking to a shrink about losing my vision, and even worse, for me taking medicine to prevent myself from going further blind. He said, you know, you need to put your faith in the higher entity and believe in the star and moons. I said, look, Maverick. That's right, we were tight. The day I get to go from fucking Nicole Kidman to Penelope Cruz to Katie Holmes, that's the day I'll start believing in made-up religions, too. Of course, now, got all the Scientologists after my ass. Do you have any idea how hard it is to convince people that you're blind and not paranoid at the same time? I'm telling you, I'm being followed. They could be on this very stage with me and I wouldn't even know it. You got a lot of great show in front of you tonight. We're just here for a few minutes. And I want to leave you with one thing, because people think when you're blind it's all bad. But it's not that bad, because you never get jealous of your dog's junk being bigger than yours. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening.
Brian Fischler and Nash, everybody, keep it going.